Hello, everyone.
Hello, how's it going?
We're going to check and see who's in the house tonight. We have Heather, Christina, and Shandy. Hello. Supernatural Lost Adventures. Hello. Welcome. Uncle Bones. Hello. Angela S. Hello. Okay, guys. Hi, Lisa. So I would like you guys to meet my good friend, longtime friend. We discovered that. My friend Kevin from uh, Kevin the Custodian Ghost Hunter.
Hello, everybody.
So, hi. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Okay. So, guys, his link is pinned on top in blue. My mods are a little late tonight, but that's okay. Hi, Robbie. Okay. So, we're going to start. I would like to know, I always ask this question first. How did you come up with this name for your channel?
Well, I really am a custodian. I work out of school. I've been doing that for the last 5 years. And originally, I was trying to change my channel name a little bit to Kevin the Custodian Gamer. But every time I turned around, I was ghost hunting more than I was playing games. So I decided to change it to Ghost Hunter.
Okay, because you were a gamer channel before?
No, not really. I tried it for like 2 days,
Okay.
and I just never had time to really record me playing games. Everybody kept calling me, and you need to go check out this place to go ghost hunting, and I was trying to get away from it actually, and it just kept pulling me back in. I couldn't get away from the paranormal.
Okay.
So
From what state are you from?
I live in North Carolina. I'm from here.
Okay. And you were doing paranormal way before your channel started?
Oh yeah, I started back in 2002 actually, and I didn't have near the equipment I do now, but the only thing I had was a digital camera, and that wasn't even my camera, it was my mother-in-law's at the time. So I was just going to graveyards, snapping pictures, trying to see if I could get orbs or anything strange. Really didn't know what I was doing back then. So
Okay. What got you started in doing
well,
paranormal?
I guess as a young kid, I was always into spooky stuff. Like I've always loved creepy things like Scooby Doo and like horror movies. When I got older, I started watching horror movies, and then I started wondering, like, I wonder if this stuff is really real. Like, I wonder if spirits and ghosts and demons, angels, if that was really real. And so I wanted to find out for myself, and so I started this journey back in like 2002.
Okay. Um, so, guys, if you have any questions for Kevin, put them in all caps so we can see them better. And we still got a few people popping in. I saw West Haven. Hello. Then we have Robbie. Uh, oh, Robbie has a question already.
Okay,
Our
cool.
Life in Colors. Hello. Welcome. Here's a question from Robbie. Have you considered playing a horror video game for
Actually,
your channel?
I love the horror survival games. Like Dead Space is one of my favorite. Um, Probably Resident Evil. I love them pretty good. And uh, Outlast. Outlast is a terrifying game. You're actually in an asylum, the first one, and there's a lot of jump scares, so it's terrifying. But yes, I love the survival horror games.
um, when you do your investigations, are you by yourself or you have a team with you?
A lot of times I usually have someone with me. It'd be me and my kid, Caleb, or me and Dan from Supernatural Lost Adventures. He's in the chat, I believe. And
Yes.
and then my wife, she comes along with me some. She used to go a lot more with me, but since I go with other people, she just kind of slowly stopped going. But she's going to probably be going to like 3 locations in the future, like in the next few. Actually, not this weekend, but the next weekend. My wife would be going with me.
Okay. And you also did some videos with John Spike
Oh yeah,
Explorers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me
he's
and
an old
John.
friend too.
Yes, yeah. Me and John, we do a lot together. We try to, and we actually went to this place is called Graveyard Island, and we had a pretty good little explore out there trying to find the tombstones. They're supposed to be about, I think, 30 graves there, but they're so hard to find because they're so spread out on this island.
Yeah,
So
that's your most recent video that came
yeah,
out this week.
yes, it is. And we actually
Yeah,
found,
I saw it.
okay, cool. Yeah, we found like one tombstone that definitely was a tombstone, but the rest of them, it was kind of iffy. We wasn't for sure if they were graves or not.
Yeah, they were pretty weird out by the weather and stuff.
Oh yeah. And
Uh,
it's weird when you're in those woods. It's like you're going in circles. You get lost really easy. And
yeah.
there's one part where I didn't really say it in the video, but there's supposed to have been water on the other side. It's supposed to be where the lake is. And somehow we ended up back to the railroad tracks where we came from. So I don't know
Yeah.
how that happened. I don't know how that happened. It's like,
Okay.
it's almost like the Blair Witch or something. You know, you get in there and it confuses you. You don't know which way to go.
Okay. Do you take out videos like on a regular basis, like every Monday or every Friday or something like that? Or it's
Not
just random?
It's more random. I used to try to put them out every Sunday, but sometimes if I'm filming on Saturday, it might take me all day Sunday to get it recorded or get it to edit, and then I try to get it out by Monday or Tuesday. But it's just sometimes it takes me days to edit a video. It
Okay.
all depends on how long they are.
And have you ever explored a place like urban exploring, a place where you said, "Oh shoot, I should have brought my paranormal gear. I think there's something here." Did that ever happen to you?
Yeah, actually, just a few weeks ago, we went to a chemical plant, and I did have like my spirit box with me, but I didn't. We just were so much exploring it. There was so much to look at. I never had time to really pull it out and use it. So I really like to go back there and see if there is any spirits there still.
Yeah, because there was a lot of buildings there. What,
Yeah, I
6
mean,
or
there really
7?
was. There was a bunch, and I don't even think I looked through them all. I mean, there was some I just passed. I didn't even go in them. And I
Okay.
heard that place is getting ready to be tore down sometime. I'm not sure when. So I'd
Okay.
like to get in there one more time before they tear it down.
Okay. And how do you find your locations, either for explore or for investigating?
Uh, well, it's like a lot of times, like John will contact me or Dan, and they, ask me, "Would you be interested to go in this location?" And most of the time, I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And so, really, it's just friends and people through YouTube that tell me about locations. And there's a few that's not too far from where I live that I go to that's very active, like the old farmhouse.
Okay. Where was your most creepiest investigation held at?
Creepiest. Waverly Hills was pretty creepy. It's in Kentucky. We had a door that should not have slammed on us. It was the floor underneath was swollen, so you actually had to lift up on the door and then you could shut it. But this door, I mean, I tried to move it and you couldn't move it, and I mean unless you lifted up on it. And that
Okay.
we were in there. It was about 5 a.m. I was already, of course, I put all my camera up because we had to leave by 6 a.m. And all of a sudden that door, I mean, I'm talking it slammed so hard. I was actually just in shock. I was just like, I started shaking. and whatever it was that shut that door had to have extreme power to do that. And I'm just thinking, what can it do to us? So that was scary, very scary.
And recently you were having problems with a bat.
Yes. Yeah, I think we called it Dipper, I believe. One of my viewers, I think one of my viewers named it Dipper. So we're like, that's a good name for it. But yeah,
Yes.
but the last time we went, I think there were actually two bats, because the one bat, it would fly around you, but it's not real aggressive to you. And the second bat, it was more aggressive. It was actually touching the back of our necks. Like you could feel the wings. And
Yep.
the one girl that was with us, she had her hair up in a bun, and actually it hit the back of her head.
Yeah. Can you tell us more about this house? This is an abandoned house you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I call it the old farmhouse. I don't know a lot of history of it, besides it's probably built in the 30s or 40s. And there's a piano still in there. There's a lot of books, and it's still in pretty good shape, really. The upstairs, it looks good, and the stairs are strong. But that is one of the most active places that I think I ever been. And
Okay.
when we first started going to this house, which probably been like 2 years ago, the spirits there were actually more aggressive towards us and saying like "F you" and "get out." And
Okay.
so now we go. The spirits they want to communicate to us more, and they're more happier that we're there. I think they see that we're not there to disrespect, and we're not vandalizing. So I think the spirits actually likes us a lot more now, since the first time we went.
Okay. And recently you went with your son that you're initiating. You're
Yeah,
showing him the ropes.
yeah, he's a
And
very good investigator.
yes, he asks very good questions.
He
It's
really
like
does.
it's in him or something.
Yeah,
Is it you that asked to bring him along, or it's him that asked, Dad, I want to go with you?
it was probably more me in the beginning, but now it's more him wanting to go with me more. So I know about every location I go to, if he can't make it, then you can tell that kind of bums him out. Like, oh, I wish I could go there, because
Okay.
he works a third shift job, so it's pretty tough.
Okay. Um, what I wanted to say, do you think he's going to open his own channel one day?
I'm actually trying to get him to do that. He don't even have a Facebook, so it's like he wants to get like Instagram famous or something. I don't know, but I think that he should definitely start his own channel.
Yeah,
And
because he's really good at it. It's
he really
like,
is. Yeah, like a
yeah, and
natural.
he has a friend. He always brings the same friend, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what?
Savannah's been,
Yeah,
I think,
that's it, Savannah.
two or three times with us at the farmhouse, and that was the first time that she's ever been ghost hunting, is at the farmhouse.
Did you ever find out how many spirits were in that farmhouse?
Well, we kept getting the number seven. It says seven a bunch of times. The last three videos I did, but the last time we went there, I had another group, Wolf and Hound Paranormal, and they're a new channel, and I heard seven again, and I told them, I like, see, they said seven, and I think Hound asked, he's like, are they seven spirits in the house? And you hear a female says thousands. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, it was so clear. I mean,
Okay. Um, how did you find this house?
actually, I drove past this house for over 20 years. And I was, to be honest with you, I was kind of scared going into this place. And, and then finally, when I guess about 2017, 18, I finally got the nerve, and I got my son. I was like, come on, let's go. We're going to check it out. So got in there. We were so scared going in the house,
And
but now we can't stop going.
okay. I also know that you went to the Devil's Tramping Ground.
Yes,
You went
yes,
during the day. You went.
mhm.
You camped there, I think, for a weekend also.
Yes. I've actually been there probably 5 or 6 times by now. We go just about every year, and sometimes like 2 or 3 times out of the year. That's where the day that I went, when I caught, I don't know if you ever seen the bluish white
Yes, I
mist that
saw
came
it.
out. Yeah. Well, that day I almost didn't go. I was just trying to decide if I want to go there or to this old graveyard, and something just kept telling me just go to the tramping ground. So we went, and when we got up, there was a gate there, and it said no trespass, and I was like, oh crap, I'm like, when did they put this up? And then so we just went up there. We were there for maybe 45 minutes, and we seen this old cooler. Well, it was actually a brand new cooler somebody threw out in the woods. So I was just out there just,
Yes.
yeah, I was getting the cooler. I'm like, this is a brand new cooler. And that's when I caught it. And I didn't even know I caught it. It was just walking along. And it
Hmm.
was probably the next day when I reviewed the video, my wife actually said, what is that in the background? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is that? And still don't really know what it was, but I feel like it was definitely some type of spirit.
Okay. Okay, Amy. No problem. Thank you. Love you, sis. Okay. I remember you brought your dog also that
Yeah.
time,
Yeah. I brought Luna with me.
and
And
didn't want to go into the circle where the fire pit was.
yeah, it's like she actually avoided the circle, and it's 40 foot wide. She went around that circle at first, and then eventually she kind of went into the circle since we had the leash on her. But yeah, I thought that
Thank
was really
you,
odd.
Barry. Barry's posting your link. Thank you, Barry,
All right, cool. Thank you.
because my other mods are late. Okay. So yeah, it did your dog, she didn't want to go like cross it. She went like a big detour to get
Yeah,
to, she felt like as if something was there.
yeah, and every time we go, we never see any animals anywhere near that circle. If we see birds flying over, they will go around into the wood area to go around that circle. I mean, they don't even get near it. It's crazy.
Okay. And did you ever do an investigation there?
Oh yeah, we've done a lot there, and I've had some pretty good spirit box sessions. And then of
Okay.
course, when I caught that white mist that came out of the woods, that
Yep.
was probably the biggest thing. Yeah,
And it wasn't right in the middle of the day. It was daylight
yeah,
when,
yeah. It was right in the day. It was probably about 4 or 5 in the evening, probably around five something.
okay, well, it was still daylight. We saw it
Yeah.
really clearly. Yeah. And what's the name of that video? Do you remember?
Um,
In case some of my friends here are curious to go see this.
I honestly don't remember the name of it. It's I don't know. It might just be the Devil's Tramping Ground. I know I went back and tried to debunk it,
Yeah,
and
also,
I
yeah.
can't remember the name of that one either.
Okay.
But
And you went camping there with John Spike and
yeah,
the Retromantic.
yes, I did. Yep, that was
And
we had a tropical storm that was coming through, so it was a really rainy night.
oh,
And I believe Wake Paranormal, they were
yes.
there. He was there too, and
Yeah.
he's a really good investigator also.
And there's like trails in the woods there. And I remember
Mhm.
John got lost in those trails.
He did, yeah. He was actually kind of freaking out. He really didn't know if he was coming back towards us or if he was going away from us. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he was like yelling at us at one point, but we didn't hear him until he
Yeah.
got really close. Yeah.
Because he took off like in a trail that he already did saw before. He saw it during the day and everything. And at night he wanted to do his own thing. and
Hmm.
he got lost in there. It's not as if it was his first time there.
Yeah, it was. It's, it's
And then
crazy.
Ellen from Retromantic, she got scratched.
Yeah, and she kind of played it off like it was no big deal, but I don't know because she said, well, maybe when I went out in the woods and maybe one of the briars could have got me or something.
Yeah, she was
I think,
denying it.
yeah, and I was like, well, you would remember that, if you got scratched from a briar, but I don't know.
Hmm.
That's when we were all up there, and I think we was doing spirit box session when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it might have
Okay.
been necrophonic. I can't remember what we were doing, but it is that place is crazy. We're actually going back pretty soon.
Okay. What's your favorite equipment to use when you investigate? Like your
Um,
most number
I,
one go to?
yeah, I like the spirit box. That's my favorite. And then
Okay.
I also have another spirit box now. It's the S box from Ghost Stop,
Yeah.
and it at first I didn't like this one as much because I didn't think it was a fast enough scan, and
Yeah.
it was like I heard too much radio in it. But then if you it has a little spot for a SD card you put in it, and actually
Hmm.
kind of it makes it speed up even more then, and then it worked great. And that's where I used in the farmhouse this, and they communicate really well through this device. And I actually
Okay.
be going. I'm going back there soon again too. So
Okay. Do you have like a bucket list for this year that you mean to do, like a special place you'd love to go or a bucket
um,
list?
I mean, there are some places. There's one location I really love to go, and I'm kind of terrified of it though. I don't know why I want to go so bad, but it's called the Sally House. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's in
Mm, no.
Kansas, I believe, and it was a show back in like the mid '90s, and it was called Sightings, and they were a crew that went to these people's house, and the guy that I can't remember their names, like I want to say Pippin, but I might be wrong. But he actually had his shirt off, and he claimed that a little girl would actually scratch him, and her name was Sally. And I believe they had a psychic medium that they brought there too. And this, and right on camera, I can't remember if it was live back then or not, because like I said, it was like 93, 94. And you actually see like the scratch marks come across his belly, and he said, I just got scratched. And they had all the cameras on his belly, and you see like webs starting to appear, and you start seeing little drops of blood. And I believe Ghost Adventures went there too. I can't remember what season it was. It's been a while back, but you need to check out the Sally House. That's some really creepy stuff. They believe
In
it's a demonic.
Okay. In what state is this Sally House?
Uh, I think it was I think it was Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah,
And do you have like to pay to go to this house and investigate it,
yeah,
or
yeah. They
yeah?
do allow at least two people to go or more, and
Okay.
I'm not sure how much it is. It's probably like 150 a person or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's one place I would really love to investigate.
Okay.
I'd be terrified.
And did you ever have an investigation that went wrong? Like,
Um, I don't know. When I first started ghost hunting, we went to it was a state park, and I think it was called Boone's Cave or something like that. And I I remember walking down. It just got done raining like the day before, so it was kind of flooded out. You couldn't walk through all the trails, but we were trying to get to this huge tree that's like one of the oldest trees in North Carolina. And I slipped in the mud, but I didn't fall. I caught myself, but I ended up throwing my back out for a couple weeks.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty bad because I couldn't walk for like a week after I did that.
Did you ever bring anything home with you?
Yes. Uh, Several times I have. I'm trying to get better on, when I leave a location, try to be more stern and say, you can't attach yourself to any of us, and trying to get better at that. And I usually sage my house like once a month or so. But this one instance, I don't know where it followed me from, but I started having heart problems. And I wake up in the middle of the night and I was it almost felt like my heart would stop. And I would wake up and kind of take a breath, like a gasp, like trying to get my breath. And that happened for about a month. And I went to a heart doctor and they did I don't know, the EKG or whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm.
And they said everything looked good, everything looked normal. And I thought, man, something is really. I was having terrible nightmares, and one night I woke up and I looked, and there was a shadow man standing in my room, and it was probably about 2:33 in the morning, and he was. I mean, my room is pretty dark, and he was darker than my room, and I could see a perfect outline of him. And he was very still; he didn't even move. And I stared at him for felt like 2 3 minutes, and then he just kind of disappeared. And the next day at my job, I was out mowing the yard, and I was listening to a podcast. It was a Jim Harold, I believe his name is, and I was listening to that, and it was like they just so happened to be talking about shadow people. So I was like, man, this is like I want to know. So I started listening to it, and they said that a shadow person can actually reach into your chest and stop your heart. And I was like, oh my God. And I was really getting freaked out then. And and they said the best thing you can do is find a cross with Jesus on it. And so after I got out of work, I went to Hobby Lobby, which around here is like a craft store. I went there and I was looking everywhere for a cross with Jesus on it.
Yeah, because
And
they're not that easy to find these days.
they're really not. And they did not have one with Jesus on it. And I looked at the worker. I'm like, where's your crosses with Jesus? And they're like, we don't have them, And so I went to our Walmart, and of course they didn't have it. So I had to order it through like Amazon, and it took like a day or two, and it finally arrived. And as soon as I put it up, I never had any more problems with my heart. Never had no problem. I never seen the shadow man again after that. So it was a relief, because that really scared me, seeing him in my room.
Okay. Um, so it went away and there was no more symptoms with your heart
Nope.
problems and
No
stuff.
more nightmares. It was because that's another thing they were saying in that podcast, that it can cause really bad nightmares too. And they say that a
Okay.
shadow man or the shadow people can actually kill you if they really wanted to, but a lot of times they just like to make you weak, because they can get, I guess, more maybe possession. I'm not sure. And
Okay.
yeah.
And did you ever have other, like just a spirit or s-
Um,
something else?
I had a lady. I was asleep on my couch, and where my couch is in the living room, the kitchen's right beside of it. Our floors pop really easy, and the floors, the old floors in this house. And
Okay.
I heard the floor pop, so I opened my eyes, and there's this little old lady standing in my kitchen, and I was the only one home when it happened. And she had like black hair about to her shoulders, really pale face, and real wrinkly, and she had like a Christmas sweater on, like a green and red, like what you see like an old lady would wear, like back in maybe the 70s or 80s. And
Okay.
it's like a homemade sweater or something. But she was standing there, and she was looking at me like, are you looking at me right now? And I'm like, are you standing in my kitchen right now? Like, who are you? Like, do I know you? And she was solid. I could see her. Like, it wasn't like see through. I mean, she was solid. And by the time I raised up, she took one step and she was just gone. And I was like, oh my
Okay.
God. So
And she's not a family member of yours or something like that?
if she is, I don't know who she is. I never seen her before. And I know my neighbor, she had like black hair, but she's still alive. And I don't think she would just walk in my house,
And
but
you
she don't look
just
like
saw
that.
her once?
Yeah, just
Just
one
once?
time.
One
Yep.
time?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay. So you didn't have to burn sage and everything to get rid
Uh,
of her?
well, I did do the sage, but it wasn't because of her. I didn't really feel like she was bad. I felt like she was maybe passing through. And
Okay. Cooking her Christmas dinner or something,
yeah,
maybe?
yeah, maybe making some Christmas cookies or something.
Okay. And did your son ever have any encounters in your home?
Oh,
Or
well, just the other day we were talking about the shadow person that I seen, and
okay.
he said that he's seen them too, and he seen them with a hat on, like a old timey. I don't know what you call those hats, but they're like round all the
Bowler
way around.
bowler hat, I think.
Yeah, like it's not like real tall, but a
Yeah,
little tall.
rounded out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, I didn't know that until the other day, and he said, yeah, I used to see him. He was standing in our hallway, and he also seen a little girl. He was in the bathroom brushing his teeth, and he heard like a little girl, and he looked beside of him, and the little girl was just like peeking in the bathroom, and he was like, what the heck?
You
So
saw a little girl
yeah, he
peeking
did.
in the
Yeah.
bathroom?
And I never seen the little girl. I'm like, well, I didn't never see her yet.
Okay. Wow. So, guys, remember if you have any questions, put them in caps so I can see them. Let me go up here. See if I missed something. Don't seem to be missing something. Okay. Now we're going to talk about, did you know how to edit and post a video on YouTube when you started?
No, I did
No.
not. I did not know how to do anything. I was terrible, and it probably took me, I guess, about 2 years before I really started getting comfortable with. I used Filmora, but it was a Filmora 7, like .5 or something. It was an old edition, and
Okay.
but now I'm upgraded to a Filmora 10. But I feel like
Mhm.
I've gotten a little bit better since I first started. I mean, used to my videos are very basic. They didn't really put much music to them or anything
Mhm.
in it. But now I can try to get a little bit better at it, putting some more music in it, getting some,
Okay.
I call it B-roll. I'm not sure what, just get some nice footage.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Laura has a question.
okay, cool.
So, are you a medium?
No, but I do pick up on things. I think since I've been doing this for so long, I can about walk into a place and feel if there's something there with us. I
Okay.
can't I can't see it or nothing like that, but I can feel it. And but yeah, I think since I've done it for almost 20 years, I'm really picking up I can sense it more.
Okay. And do you think, let's say from here to 10 years from now, your son will be taking over your channel and you'll be resting back, or?
I don't know. I'm going to do it as long as I can, but I would like for that to happen for
Yeah.
my son to take over. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, how many days a week do you go out filming?
Usually it's only about one day a week because I work a full-time job. So pretty much Saturdays is usually my day to film. And then after that, I try to edit and it might take me 2 or 3 days before I can get it up.
Okay. And you also did a few private investigations in people's homes, right?
Yeah, I have. I get a little nervous on them because I don't really know these people and I don't know what they expect out of me because I'm trying to tell people that I'm not a professional, or I try to be professional, but I'm not an expert at what I do. And I'm just a ghost hunter, And some people, they act a little funny when you tell them like I'm just a ghost hunter, and they're like, "Well, I don't know if I want you, conjuring something up in my house, But most
Okay.
time, but I try to let them know ahead of time, and to say, I'm not promising I can get rid of anything, but I can definitely sage and pray over the house, and then if they have something really really bad, then I can hook them up with maybe somebody that like a Catholic priest or something, or somebody like a medium or something.
Okay. I remember one of your videos. There was a cemetery and there was this little church chapel. And
Mhm.
inside the chapel on the floor, there was like a blood stain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh, where was this?
That was somewhere up in the, I can't remember, it's Morganton area or Lenore. Maybe it's Lenore, North Carolina. It's in the mountains, and
Uh,
I really didn't know much about the place. And but I found out that the preacher actually killed himself at that place. Like he slit his wrist, and I guess he hung himself, but he slit his wrist too, and that was the blood stains on the floor from where he slit his wrist. And
okay.
yeah, that was pretty crazy. I wouldn't mind going back there to do more actual ghost hunting. That was just a little quick little stop.
Okay. And do you know if they do services there? Anyways, this blood stain on the floor?
I I think they still run it maybe once a year. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know they leave it open for anybody to go in and check it out. Like the doors are always unlocked.
Okay. And the little graveyard, you took out the spirit box, I think, for a
Hmm.
few minutes. And did you catch anything interesting or?
I don't really remember. I have to go back and look, but it seemed like I had a little bit. It seemed like we had more in the church. I did a little bit of a, might have been necrophonic session or something that we did. I think it might have been Dan from Supernatural Lost Adventures. I think he did like a
I
necrophonic session.
I think I remember seeing your son with a ball. Is it
Oh,
possible?
I don't believe he was with us on that one, but that
Oh,
that could have been another one. That could have been
that's
somewhere
probably
else.
another video.
Yeah, there was another church we went to that's actually not far from here, from where I live, and my son probably had a ball or something in that one.
Yeah. Here there's a question from Farmer. Are you in North Carolina?
Yes, I am. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in, they call it the triad.
Okay, let me see if there's any questions. Here, there's a.
Oh, whooping hound, yeah. That's the guys that I went with the last time I went to the farmhouse.
Oh, okay. The chapel with the cemetery, was it called the Chapel of Rest?
Yes, yeah, that was the one with the preacher, killed himself there.
Okay.
But yep, the
Okay.
Chapel of Rest.
Okay.
That's it.
Just gonna check and see if there's other questions. Okay, here's Farmer's question. I'll go on top of that because I went down, then I'm going up. Do you have any special announcements for your channel, like new stuff or a revamp of your channel?
um, well, I do have some locations coming up that I can't really say where yet, but the Devil's Tramping Ground is one of them. Though I know I've already said that we'll be going back there soon. It'd be actually this month, and I need to get better on like doing more live streams.
Yeah, I remember you used to do like live streams from cemeteries and stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I kind of
remember
want to.
that.
Yeah, it's like here lately. It's like if I go somewhere, I'm too busy trying to get like good footage. So I kind of haven't been doing the live streams as much. But I really like to get back into that.
Okay. Here, Bat Rican has a question. What's your go-to equipment? Like your favorite?
Uh, that would be the spirit box here. There you go. That's my
Your
go-to. Yeah,
number one.
and that's my number one. Is the PSB7 spirit box. They actually make a PSB11, but
Okay.
I don't have that one. And then there's the S box, and I've recently been using this one. It's pretty good. I enjoy using it. I use this one at the farmhouse. They really use that well. That and the K2 meter.
Do you think you can do a live stream from that farmhouse? Or it's
Yeah,
too
I think
crowded in forest or something?
I don't know. I need to check. I know usually I get about 2 bars down that way, so I should be able to do maybe a little. I'm not sure. I have to check next time I'm there on how good of the signal I have.
Okay. Let's see here. If there's anything else. He was touched by an angel or a priest. I don't know what that is. No, not Medrix. He was touched by an angel or a priest. I don't know what that is. Maybe they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, unless they're talking about that chapel of rest or something.
Okay. And you, did you ever get scratched like the Retromantic?
Not like the way she did, but I have been like on the side of my temple. We were at, I think it was an old nursing home we went to. This is back when we first started, and I actually had another channel called Reach the Unknown Paranormal. I started that channel back in 2012, and I didn't really. I was trying to have a team back then, and it's never kind of worked out too good, so I changed the name. But I was in a nursing home, and I felt the side of my temple was burning. And when I got home later, it swelled up on me. So I don't know. I don't wouldn't say I got smacked, but it was just kind of odd that it started burning there. I really don't know what
Okay.
happened.
Okay. And what do you use as protection? Like some people carry a cross or something.
Uh,
What do you carry with you?
Usually I just have. Well, sometimes I do carry a little cross in my pocket, and sometimes I carry like this is like a rose quartz. There it is. I do.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's really good for protection or not, but I do carry that, and I wear a bracelet that is obsidian, I think, and it's supposed to kind of help to protect you. I guess I wear it,
Okay.
and so that's pretty much what I do for protection.
Okay. And do you pray before and after?
Not usually before, but after I do, and
Okay.
I try to tell them to, they're not allowed to attach themselves to me or anybody. You have to stay here. Try to be kind of stern with them.
Okay. So when do you think we could expect a live stream?
Um,
I don't want to put
maybe,
pressure, but
maybe next weekend, maybe if we have good signal,
okay.
and
And
that might.
okay. And the next video dropping would be when?
Hopefully next week. I'm not sure when next week, but maybe Monday or Tuesday. I hope.
Okay. Um, so is there any special things you want to mention that you want people to know, either related
Um,
to your channel or about yourself?
Um, I'm going to try to do more with the channel. Like I said, more live streams. I thought about doing like kind of do a little video like in my house of just, tell them experiences that I had or like scary experiences. Just a little story time. I thought about doing that.
Okay.
Um,
You started your channel in what year? I can't remember.
um, well, I started back in like 2012, but I didn't really do much with that channel. Like that's before I really knew anything about YouTube. And
Okay.
it was about 2017 is when I started the Custodian Ghost Hunter channel.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here.
I will say that the lady I work for, uh, she's my principal. Well, she's the principal of the school that I work at. She did give me
Okay.
some. Her husband is he's a Catholic, and he got me. They got me some holy water. So
Oh, wow.
and they also, let's see, I got a rosary that he actually made this for me, and he had it blessed by a priest. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little skulls on it.
Here, I'll make you bigger. So
Okay.
let me see here. How can I do this? Like this? No, like this. No, I can't make you bigger. It's not working. Okay, I'm bigger. So
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
bigger now.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, there you
But
go.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little
Oh,
skulls.
yeah. Those are beads
Yeah.
of little skulls. Wow.
Yeah. I was not expecting all this. And there's the cross.
Oh, that is beautiful. Wow. So
We
you
actually,
carry that with you on
well,
your.
not yet. I really haven't felt like I've been anywhere too bad, like with anything negative. But originally, I was going to take it to Waverly Hills Sanatorium, but we had to back out on that trip, so I didn't get to go. So I wait for something. If I ever go to the Sally House, I would definitely take that.
Okay. And why was the trip canceled at the
um,
sanatorium?
my father-in-law, he was real sick. He had a real bad heart, and
Okay.
he passed away just 3 months ago.
Oh, sorry for
Yeah,
your loss.
thank you.
Okay. And when COVID struck and we were all like confined to our houses, did you put out content anyways on your channel?
Yeah, I
Or
did. Yeah, I
what?
think the first day they I can't. I guess it was 2 years ago when the pandemic first hit. We were actually at the Devil's Tramping Ground like within the next weekend. So
Okay.
so yeah, it didn't really slow us down much, but you know, as far as traveling, I guess it did. Like we didn't really leave the state as much, but we still did local areas.
Okay. Let's keep okay. Some are having fun in the chat. We
Oh,
have to
cool.
say to keep the chat clean. Don't know what that's about.
Uh-oh. Hope it's not too bad.
Okay, let me see. So your holy water, you would like bless yourself before going into somewhere
Uh,
haunted or.
yeah, I guess you could. I haven't really used it. I have used it here at the house. I kind of went in and kind of put a little dab here and there, just in case if there was anything negative here at the house to get rid of anything negative. But I only did that once so far, so I'm saving it for something big.
Okay. So guys, remember his link is pinned on in up the top in blue. So you can go check him out. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy his channel. Like I said earlier, he's one of my longtime friends because I was way before my YouTube ever started. I was just a subscriber supporting everyone. and I think I went through his whole channel for
I
sure. Yeah.
appreciate it. And
And
I love what you're doing. I love this podcast you got going. It's really cool.
oh, thank you. A lot of people tell me they like it and they want to be a guest too. So I have no problems booking people. Let's see. Is there someone else? Oh, here's your friend again. He said, COVID never stopped me. I traveled to Colorado and back and stayed out there for 2 months. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
So he's a creator also?
Yes,
Uh,
I believe he's also a storm chaser. And
okay, that's the one that was in your one, not your latest video, but the video
yeah,
before, I think.
yeah, he was at the farmhouse. That was the first time we ever collabed, and he's been doing it for about, I think, 4 months now. Him and it's like a father and son duo.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah,
say. I think he has a son that does it with him.
yeah, and
Okay.
I think they're already doing great, and uh, definitely good personalities, and they ask good questions. They take it seriously. So
Yeah.
I knew I had to collab with them. I was like, yeah, I got to get with these guys.
Okay. It's because me, when I watch one of my favorite YouTubers and he's collabing with someone else, I feel like, oh, what's this other person? And, uh, sometimes I don't like it or something, but these two, I really enjoyed them. They were, yeah, it was as if they've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean they're very natural at it, and they respect the spirits so good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to book them for an
Yeah,
interview
definitely.
because I enjoyed their stuff. That, well, during your video, what we saw of them, they're good mannered and you know,
Oh yeah, definitely. They're very respectful.
yeah. So we went through all these special announcements you had and all
Yeah,
that,
I have thought
and
about I have thought about starting like a merch store or something, but I haven't
okay,
really. I've been looking at some artwork. There's a place local here that I've been talking to about getting some shirts printed. So that would
okay,
definitely could help me raise some money for my channel and maybe go
yes,
to
it would.
more locations.
And probably get yourself a Patreon or the
Yeah,
membership tab
yeah,
because
I need that
you
too.
qualify. You qualify for the membership tag.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure with the amount of subscribers you have, I'm pretty sure you do because I think it starts
Yeah.
at 1K.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
cool. I have to check that out then, because that could definitely help out.
yeah. Get a membership going and a Patreon maybe going, plus a merch. That'd be super
Yeah,
great.
that'd be awesome.
Okay. And where's your favorite cemetery to visit? Do you have one?
um, there's like maybe two that I really enjoy going to. One's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's like close to Old Salem area. Beautiful cemetery, a lot of modulons, and uh, then there's a one close where I used to work. I used to work at a golf course. It's I think it's an old Methodist church, and it has a really old cemetery that dates back to like the Revolutionary War era. And they said a lot of children died from the yellow fever plague or something. And I had some really good spirit box sessions there. That's really where I first started ghost hunting, was at that cemetery.
Okay.
It was
Here
really
you
cool.
Wolf again here says we love the spirits and we like to have a good relationship with them. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if you go, like some people forget, or I don't know what they're thinking, they go into a haunted place and start taunting the
Yeah.
spirits, talking rude to them, swearing
Mhm.
at them. And then they complain they got something thrown at them and got scratched or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
It's,
what do you expect?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
because they forget that that was the home of the spirit when it
yeah,
was living or something. Like that spirit spent lots of time there,
yep,
and they come in and start bossing around and everything. It's normal that the spirit was a human at one point.
oh yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I'll definitely say always be respectful to the spirits, and I think more you taunt, the worse it's going to get. I mean, you could bring something negative towards you.
yeah, you get
Yeah,
scratched or it'll
yeah.
follow you home, and you know. Well, okay. So on that note, we're gonna say goodbye, everyone. And Kevin, thank you once again for joining me and accepting the invitation.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome.
Okay, and I'll be looking forward to your new videos, and I'm sure my friends here in the chat will be seeing each other on your channel at one point for sure in the
Thank you.
comments or something. So on that note, guys, I love you all and have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all in your next videos. Goodbye. Love you bunches.
Bye. Thank you.